putting the final touches and shadowing on Infinity City using Infinite Painter. So I'm in kind of a transition period now in my life. I guess we'll go with this middle orb, see what I can do with that. I'll be out of this apartment in a month, and I'm not sorry to go. I just don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't have a job, I've been furloughed. I do gig work to make money, but I got sick a couple of weeks ago, and I'm still feeling it. But I feel a lot better. But it comes and goes. It sounds like COVID, but who knows what it is. It's some kind of virus. So then we get the snowstorm. I haven't been out this week. Luckily, my car payment said that I get a grace period of 10 days, and the first late payment they won't charge as a courtesy. So that's good. I wasn't eligible for deferment yet because I only made 5 payments. But I need my car more than anything because it might be my shelter here soon. Because I'm definitely not going to be able to pay the rent. I'm going to see if the landlord will just keep my deposit. But I don't know. He's all about money. But I mean, either way, it's the same amount, so he should be okay with it. He's not a very good landlord, and he fooled me. I thought he did. He conned me. He really did. I mean, there was red flags. I'm not gonna get into detail, but yeah, so things happened also that were very, very bad. So this place has bad memories, and I thought it was going to be a new start. I mean, it's a really nice neighborhood. I love the neighborhood. I don't want to move out of the neighborhood, but I can't stay here anymore. It's too dramatic. So I'm packing. Today I'm going to go out, do some gig work, and see what I can do in the snow and ice. The city did shovel half of the streets. They said there will be some streets that won't be shoveled, so we'll see. The only thing is, I'm working on my taxes, and it looks like I'm going to get a considerable refund, but even e-filing, that'll take a week or 2. So I had furlough job. I made quite a bit on that, but then I'm going to pause here. I need to heat up my coffee. My coffee gets cold really fast. I don't know how I can do that. I need one of them warmer cups, but I got like a ceramic cup. That should keep it warm, but oh no, it gets cold. Always nuke it. About 30 seconds. You can probably hear the microwave. I got pretty good headphones. These things are pretty good, actually. This is the best purchase I think I've made. They are JLab Go Work Pop. They're about $40. Bought them at Office Depot. And they sound really good. The microphone comes in clear. A lot of clarity. And even listening to music, they're not bad at all. I should have got the more expensive one though. Those would probably been better. But these work really good. If you just want to relax and listen to music, they're really good for that. Now, if you want to jam, I would recommend Skull Candy 360 with Bose technology. They're $100, 140 retail, but sometimes you can find them for $100, and they sound amazing. Like, those are the best headphones I've ever had. Now, they did break, but they got a 1-year manufacturer warranty. They honored it, but I had to pay the retail price. So they gave me the $100, but I still had to pay the $40. So I wasn't too happy about that, but the fact that it was a pretty seamless process. I just had to mail them back. And they send you a box. And they were quite pleasant dealing. I didn't talk to them, but it was all through email. They apologized even. So their customer service is pretty good. More than I would say for other companies. And I used them a lot, especially during the summer. I would go out walking, and I guess I sweated in them, and they just kind of pulled apart. But other than that, they're the best headphones I've ever had, and they last a long time. They got that long case, so I think that case actually holds a charge. Drawing like really calms me down, gives me a sense of purpose, I guess you could say. I don't know if I'm gonna use that. I don't really like that, but going over it I think would be harder. I don't think what people realize about art also is you make a lot of mistakes. And sometimes you just don't fix them. Sometimes you just don't feel like fixing them. Like Bob Ross says, happy little mistakes. He was the first selfie artist. Now this one I think I will have to fix. Hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. This setting I changed. It's just so frustrating. You go through all this. And a lot of companies don't really tell you about all the tech stuff. And I don't think probably a lot of artists don't even realize about tech stuff. I come from a tech background, so I'm always thinking and wondering. I used to watch a lot of hacking videos. I guess you could say I never hacked anybody. Not voluntarily. I would hack hackers. And I got into it because I got hacked by someone I trusted, so I wanted to figure out how not to do that, for that not to happen again. And then I went down the rabbit hole. But there's a lot of gloating in the hacker world. A lot of people like to brag. And those same people that were bragging, it's the people I hacked. It was considerably easy too. There was little to no effort in doing it. And I didn't deface anything. And 1 or 2 times, it wasn't even voluntarily. I didn't even realize it until I was in their webpage looking around. I was like, what? So, yeah, they were the biggest braggers. So, lesson to you, bragging is not a good thing. I mean, if you need to brag, then whatever you're bragging on, I would say that there's a reason that you're doing that. Low self-esteem, no confidence in what you're doing. It's stuff like that. I know a lot of people don't have confidence in art. Art is subjective though. But, I mean, there is some things that people call art and I don't really call art, and like throwing pink buckets on a canvas, is that really art? I suppose it is, but there's no skill to it. There's no detail. Just like AI art. People say, yeah, that's art, but is it really? Because if you use the same exact prompt, you're going to get something different every time. It's hit or miss. So it's not really art. It's not even digital art. I mean, at least digital artists, there's a skill set involved. They may not be creating, I don't know, what do you call it, traditional art, I guess, but they are using a skill set. And it's time consuming. And I like digital art myself. I don't know how other artists feel about that, but I like digital art. There's one digital artist I've been following for years, probably since 1997. If you ever get a chance, check out Digital Blasphemy. You've probably seen his wallpapers, I'm sure. The ones with the mushrooms. He has some really cool wallpapers. I need to get a subscription again. Excuse me. When I get enough money, I'm going to. I have a collection of them. Ooh, that's what I'll do. I want to make a video. I want to make videos of other artists. That's what I have planned. I think that'd be really cool. I think I'll do that. I might do that today after I finish this. I'll start with him. And then there's another artist I like to showcase. She actually inspired me to start drawing. I think I mentioned that in the last video. If I did, I apologize. I'm probably going to mention a lot of stuff in videos. But yeah, when I do art, it's like time vanishes. It disappears. I guess. I don't even feel like I'm in this world anymore. Even video games anymore bore me. And I used to love playing No Man's Sky because I would just get lost into it. Since I started drawing again, it just seems like, and believe me, I love that game. It's so psychedelic and so just takes you places. But I'd rather be doing this. I just feel like, you sit there and you grind and you get all the stuff, and 6 hours later you're like, where did my day go? And like I said, I love video games. I think my favorite type of game is probably racing games. But to me, doing art, or even, if you're a musician, that's, for a long time, I was wondering why people called them artists, but it really is an art. Being a musician, and I really look up to people that can play an instrument. Well, some of them. Not my neighbor. He's a psychopath. He plays the cello and bass guitar. He's got some kind of job, I think, teaching. But man, I've seen him destroy some things when he thinks nobody's looking. He stomps around. He's a raging alcoholic too. So not everybody that plays instruments are cool. Like I said, he's a psychopath, so when people are around, he's totally different. And he's a thief. He's stolen some stuff from my basement. And I won't get into it, but I know it was him. I finally got it back because I nonchalantly mentioned something one day to him about it. Then all of a sudden it turns up in front of my... What? Because the maintenance people were leaving their tools in the carport. And even though this is a nice neighborhood, nobody's touched them at all, which is surprising. Excuse me again. We started talking about it, and I mentioned to him that how I wouldn't risk it still. He's like, yeah. And then I said, I've even had stuff stolen from the basement. And then all of a sudden, he just turns and walks out the door, not saying anything. It's like, okay. I kind of knew it was him anyway. And he stole my wine rack the first day, I'm pretty sure. My landlord said, you can leave anything out, it won't get stolen. And everything I left out got stolen. I left that outside though. I was gonna donate it actually. But it's still the point. So that told me. But I thought maybe somebody came through, because there's 2 other apartment complexes and our parking ports and everything, and they're separate buildings. So I thought somebody just saw it and came and snagged it. Which, like I said, I was gonna donate it, but I'm pretty sure it was him because he drinks a lot of wine and beer. But it is what it is. It's just, you gotta expect the worst from people, I think. I mean, there's good people out there, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I gotten to the point where I don't trust anybody, but I do give people the benefit of the doubt. They have to earn trust, I think. And I'm not going to say earn my trust. They have to earn trust in general. And many people don't. Many people are just about themselves. Especially I found that out doing gig work. How people are. They'll sit there and lie to get free stuff. Put you in a bind when you're doing everything right. And you're even being polite and courteous. But I'm not gonna judge on the small minority of people, because there's been some really cool people. Some people where, they would leave stuff in my car and I'd return it to them, and I would just be extra nice to some people. They were really grateful. So that put us both at ease, I think. It's all about respect, I guess. But I come to the conclusion, just because you give respect doesn't mean you'll get it. Most people are fine, though. I have a love-hate relationship with society. I can be a social butterfly when I want it, but most of the time I'm not. But I do miss talking to people a lot. I'm at a seclusion time in my life right now. And I just recently discovered family I didn't know I had. They live in a state over, and I'm debating on whether to even contact them or not. And it's been years. I don't even think they know anything about me. So, I don't know if I want to throw a monkey wrench in their life. I'm still debating on that. It's like, you think you're alone in this world, and then you find out you have all these people that share your genetics. It's like shocking, especially after being alone for so long. But I think if I do contact them, I need to be in a better state of mind than what I am now. So I'm going to wait a little bit, simmer on it. I haven't been drawing in probably 2 weeks now because being sick and just having stress and everything, and this is actually so calming. I was wondering if I could use music. I know you can add music to YouTube videos, but there's so many copyright laws and everything. I mean, I know I could probably listen to music, but I wouldn't know about the copyrights and things. Just some easy, soothing music. I do have a playlist of easing, soothing music that I like to listen to when I draw. I have a weird musical taste. I go from calm, mellow to heavy metal. Sometimes I just like to get pumped up. People don't realize that people that listen to heavy metal, you get your aggressions out. A lot of people are scared of people that listen to music like that, but it's really, I mean, some people are scary and some people are not very nice people. But most people that listen to heavy metal are really cool and really mellow. You'd be surprised. I've known many. They were the coolest people you'd ever meet. The uncomfortable silence, or the comfortable silence. I think I'm going to try to make these videos about 30 minutes, just because I know I have a low attention span and it take long to upload them. But I do like doing them. I don't know. This one I'm doing different. I'm doing in portrait view, so I don't know how it's going to turn out on YouTube. Guess I can watch it first. Tell you what I'm using. Like I'm slopping through it. That's what my art teacher used to say. Don't slop through it just to get it finished. I'd rather you be late. It's funny how that's a term for AI now. AI slop. Well, I don't know. I think I could be finished with it. There's a few more things I want to add. What do you think? I'm gonna leave the portal white because I like to leave elements of the graphite, the pencil, the black and white. But I'm happy with it so far. It's a different palette. And a little confession here. I asked ChatGPT what would be the best palette color for this, and it gave me a palette. Now, I didn't use it to generate the image, of course, but I did use AI for the color palette, and it turned out really well. It's very natural. I didn't use it for the observers, though. That was mine, and I picked the colors where I wanted them to go. I'm still experimenting with colors. The only color I did before is when I airbrushed, and I did kind of abstract art with airbrushing. Nothing really too technical, like I did with pencils and other mediums. And I've done a lot of mediums. I've done oil pastels, charcoal, airbrushing, and I did different paints with those. There used to be these paints that I used to use with airbrushing, and they were environmentally friendly, and it was almost like they just went on so smooth. It was just, and they didn't clog up the airbrush like acrylics and the other paints, and they were mostly water-based, and those were just so easy to work with. I don't even think it's a company anymore, but I really like those. And once I get settled again, I'm definitely going to start airbrushing again. And when the weather breaks, there's some art places I need to go check out and see if they want to sell some of my art. That way I can get people, potential customers and just people looking at my website. I actually want to do more with my website than just have my art and my poems on there. I want to make it like a hub. And maybe, I remember back in the 90s, there used to be these things called web rings. And you would paste a JavaScript on the bottom of your page, and it would be some type of web ring that had to do with your website, and you just click the arrow and you go to another website that was familiar and similar to yours. And those were so neat. The old internet was better before social media. Like, everybody always pushes social media. You should really get away with that and get away from it. I'm not saying don't use it, because obviously there's a lot on social media. I found so many cool artists and so many musicians and just people that don't even do it to make money. They just do it. I mean, they make money. They make a living doing it, but they just do it because they love it. And to me, that's the greatest thing in the world. When you do art, you're giving yourself to the world. You're exposing yourself, I suppose. Art is a message. And a lot of people don't understand the message. And it's not really meant to understand. It's meant to be observed. So we're at the 27-minute mark, so I think I'm going to conclude this section. So I'm going to leave a link to my website. You should definitely check that out. I'm probably going to post these sections on there one day. And these are just kind of like art and reflection. So I hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you next time, hopefully in a day or two. Okay, so this is, okay, I'm still learning. I had to stop the video.